Hi guys, I'm about to do the impossible, or attempt to do the impossible. As many of you may know or may not know, I have been Israel's top beauty influencer, YouTube creator for many, many years. And over the past couple of years, I have put my entire career, my entire business, my entire livelihood aside to advocate for Israel, to advocate for the hostages, and to try to connect the diaspora with Israelis and Israelis with diaspora. So this YouTube channel used to be thriving in Hebrew content, lots and lots of Hebrew content. But over the past couple of years, as my demographics have shifted and changed, for example, my followers on Instagram today are about 50% from North America or English speaking. I have received so many requests to start incorporating this kind of content, just like the fun, everyday lifestyle, beauty, fashion, whatever content in English on my YouTube. Now, this is an impossible mission because for those of you who know anything about algorithms, it is really, really difficult, A, to revive a YouTube channel that was already kind of, not so active for a while. Two, it's really difficult for the algorithm to make a switch, like a language switch, or a content style switch in the middle, like once you already have a big following. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this, but if you like it, if you're enjoying this content, there's a few things that you can do to help me. So you could help me by commenting on my videos and pressing like and making sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so they get a notification when I put up a video. Those kind of things really help the algorithm to know that my videos are interesting and that people like them. So it will help suggest them to other people. But honestly, word of mouth is probably the best. So if you guys could tell your friends, there's an Israeli creator that we should support because she lives in Israel and she does a lot of advocacy and she just started making content in English on YouTube. If you could tell them to come and join us here on this community, that I'm gonna really try to use this platform as a way to kind of, first of all, let you guys know a little bit more about me, because, in 90-second Instagram videos, it's really hard to get to know me on a personal level. But also I want to use this channel as a way to kind of, again, bridge the gap between diaspora Jews, Israeli Jews. Obviously, we're going to talk a lot of fun. So today is a makeup tutorial, which is, I have to start with a makeup tutorial, but there's going to be way more than just beauty on this channel. I want to make videos talking about what it's like to live in Israel, or even about Israeli politics. Basically, I want this to turn into a platform to build community between diaspora Jews, Israeli Jews, and allies, obviously. If you're an ally, you're more than welcome to be here. If you're not an ally, get off, go, bye. Oh, I'm blinded by the lights in front of me. It's funny because I don't even remember what it's like to be in front of all these lights. I think I might actually have to turn them down a bit. They might be too strong. Oh, that is way better. I was blinded. So here I am with my fresh face, no makeup on. I'm gonna walk you through the steps of kind of my everyday go-to look that I've been doing basically for the past year. I should give a quick mention to what's on my skin already. I've been using the Dermalogica Power Bright Serum and Day Cream, which has an SPF 50 in it. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I put those two on. I'm pregnant right now, so you can't use very, very strong things such as, well, you can, but whatever, that's a whole other topic. You try to avoid things like retinol and things that are anti-pigmentation when you're pregnant. This Dermalogica, these products are really, really good. I used them in previous pregnancies. I did have a little bit of pigmentation. This is a broken capillary, but I did have a little bit of pigmentation here after the summer, and I was really worried about it. I started using it. It instantly went away. So it's really good. Here's a picture. I recommend. I've been recommending it for years. I was Israel's spokesperson for Dermalogica for a few years. So I've been working with them for a long time and I really love their products. After those have completely absorbed, I will now go in with this primer serum. Now, this is my brand. It is sold only in Israel at the moment. If we see that there will be crazy demand and logistically it will be, I'll be able to do it, then we'll try to find a way to get this to you guys, not in Israel. But as of right now, it's only sold in Israel. This is called the Luminizer. It is a serum primer, so you can use it either as just a serum or as a primer, and it has skincare benefits, which I won't get into right now, but basically the way I use it as a primer is I rub it through my hands, And at a certain point, it kind of gets a little bit tacky. It loses its slip a little bit. It starts to get a little bit tackier and stickier. And basically, I just go on and I pat it all over my skin. So not only does it give you like the skincare benefits and a glow, but that little bit of tackiness, which does go away after a few seconds. But if you hit that sweet spot where you apply your foundation when the serum is still a little bit tacky, it's like a grip, and then whatever you put on top will really, really last. So it really helps with making whatever you put on your face really last. And today I want everything that I put on to really last because I need this makeup to last me until like 10 p.m. and it's like 8:30 in the morning right now. I'm like infamously known in Israel as the girl who has like really long YouTube videos, so I'm gonna try to not make it that long today, but my videos tend to be long because I tend to talk a lot. For my skin today, I'm gonna be using the Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. This, I mean, I have so many foundations that I absolutely love. This is a very, you know, not full coverage, kind of nice, soft, very flattering, kind of everyday. It's a foundation. It's not really a tinted moisturizer. Like, it doesn't have high coverage, but I wouldn't call it a tinted moisturizer. It's still just a lightweight foundation. The trick with this product, and I find that recently a lot of products I'm finding that with, the trick is to put on a little bit, to really put on a little bit, because you don't want to have a cake face. And if you want it to last long, you don't want a thick layer of foundation, because a thick layer of foundation actually makes your skin sweat and your pores can't breathe. And then when your pores can't breathe, they start creating an extra amount of oils, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But again, we'll talk about that in another time. But basically that's what breaks up your foundation. So when you put really thick layers of foundation, actually your foundation doesn't last as long. For brushes, I'm just gonna say that whenever you see me using a brush that is like this, like rose gold and white, it means it's from my brand. I will say for my Israeli viewers, because I'm sure there's gonna be lots of people from Israel still watching this video, even though it's in English, don't worry, I will probably still incorporate videos in Hebrew. עדיין יהיה עברית בערוץ הזה. Probably. We're gonna have to kind of just see. I'm kind of just going from the beginning. I feel like I've gone back in time 13 years to when I began YouTube and I had no idea what was gonna happen with this. So we're just gonna play around and see what happens. This is something that I really am just doing for fun, not for money. You're gonna probably not see any sponsored videos on this channel for a long, long time. I burned all the bridges with all the brands that I used to work with because now I'm known as the advocacy girl and not the beauty girl. But that's okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine. Anyways, but yeah, if you are from Israel and you're watching, I do have my annual Black Friday sale going on the website. It is really, really worth it this year. That's all I'm going to say. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Haus Labs. I don't even know what this is called. It's really good though. I think it's just the Haus Labs concealer. Does it have a name? Triclone Skin Tech Concealer. Just for reference, I'm the shade A15 or 11 light neutral. I have no idea what's the number. I really like this concealer. It's been a long time since I found a concealer I really, really liked. This one, I like it because it's just very natural. Like I can pile it on and it will never get cakey. But I should say, like the coverage is not, you know, it's not like full coverage. It's good enough coverage in my opinion for me. I'm using a sponge. This is also from my brand. It is, I wet it a while ago. I soaked out all the water and now it is big and fluffy. So whenever you use a sponge for foundation or for concealer, you're gonna wanna wet it, squeeze out all the water and make sure that it's big and fluffy. And when you do that, actually, it spreads it a lot better. It's a lot softer also on the face, but also it doesn't absorb as much product. So you're not wasting so much product when you do that. I know I still need more coverage on my face, so don't worry. We're gonna go in with more, but we're gonna do that after I contour and bronze. Because as you can tell, I am very white. Yes, hi, Ashkenazi Jew. So these are also from my brand, but I did wanna mention, you know what, I'll probably use them also. There's other products that I use. So not everything is from my brand. I use the Dior, this one. It's not my favorite, but I mean, it's a Dior, it's expensive, I bought it, so I'm gonna use it. This is really good. The Fenty Beauty sticks are really, really good, so I'm gonna use that one today too. So I have 2 shades in my brand. These are called the Cheeky Devils, and I have, well, actually I have 6 shades, but I have 2 kind of bronzer contour shades. So I have the Devil's Advocate and the Devil in Disguise. And it's funny because I chose all these like devilly names, and it was right before October 7th. And like, had I had to name these products after October 7th, I would have called them something totally different, not anything to do with devil. But anyways, I like to take the Devil's Advocate, which is warmer, more chocolatey, and that's not where I wanted to put it. Look at me, that's not where I wanted to put it. Nope. I wanted to put it up here to bronze my skin because this is more of the bronzer. Don't do this. This is not what I intended for my skin tone, at least. It's way too warm. So I'm going to try to, here, I have a little tissue here. I'm just going to try to remove it a bit. It's very warm. So I like it for bronzing, but not for contouring on my skin tone. If you are warmer, then you can. So the Devil in Disguise, which is the cooler one, and that's what I meant to do, is the one that I put here. And you guys will probably be able to quickly see the difference. I hope you can see that that is a bit warmer and that's a bit cooler, so it has a bit more of like a gray undertone to it. So it's better for contouring. What's amazing about this product in particular is that it's so easy to blend. So I like products that are easy to blend, but then sometimes you get products that are really, really blendable, but then you blend them away. This one, as you can see, it doesn't blend away. Like it's just so easy. I don't even have to think about it. I don't even have to look in the mirror or anywhere. I just do this and it just kind of blends itself, but doesn't disappear. It's like amazing. So that's why I developed this formulation like that, because when I create my products, basically what I think about is who are the people using my products at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, the majority of the people using my products are not professional makeup artists like me, so they need something that is easy, like kind of foolproof, you know, that you're not gonna look like an Oompa Loompa at the end of the day. So as you can see, I'm just like tapping. I love to use kind of an angled brush. This one is called the Chiseler. It's my favorite. And then I just tap. So I see a lot of people doing this with liquid or cream bronzers and things like that. It's not, don't do that. You want to tap it in. You don't want to like move it around because then you're not precise. You're not staying where you need to stay. It just feels so nice to be able to sit here and make this kind of content. Like happy. Don't let me think about politics for a second. Don't let me think about like all the shit in the world for a second. Just let me enjoy just something fun. This is so fun. I needed this so bad, and I'm just so happy that finally I am getting around to doing this because it's something I've been thinking about for a while. And I didn't know if I should, and like, I don't know. I didn't want to commit to something. Okay, what I'm doing now is, you know what, before I do this, I'm now going to contour my nose. This is not something you have to do every day, but I like contouring my nose because I have one of those noses that need to be contoured. So I don't go overboard, but I do just kind of go down the sides of the nose. And then for me, the most important place to contour is here, right there. And I go up the other side. Now, I'm not so perfect with it, as you can see. Like, I could be way more perfect, but we're trying to do our makeup quick, you know, today. This is not gonna be, I'm not a bride. Like, it's all good. So I just slap it on. Because I'm gonna go fix it up anyways with lots and lots of concealer because I need a bit more coverage on my skin. Just a bit. Like, as you can see, like, I need a little bit more here. And so I like to use after the concealer, you know, to do all that. So I'll take a small brush and I'll just start, you know, blending that in. You can obviously use these like to contour your nose as well. They are a little bit more slippy though. So for nose contour, I tend to just gravitate to this Fenty one because it's just so easy to do it with it. But it's funny because like I don't love fully contouring my face with the Fenty. And I know a lot of people are gonna be watching this video and being like, how do you have the patience for all these steps and all these products? I don't know, it's just like I love doing my makeup. So I don't mind if I buy one extra product that's just for my nose. And people are like, that's such a waste of money. It really isn't, because if I'm only contouring my nose with this will last me like probably 5 years. All right, so now I'm gonna take the concealer to kind of fix the contour and you know, define everything perfectly. And I really like this Fenty concealer. I did try another Fenty concealer that I didn't like in the past, so I just wanna mention the name of this one. This one is called the Hydrating Longwear Concealer. We're even, and my tone or my shade is 175W. And I really was very skeptic because, like I said, I tried other Fenty skin products and I didn't like them. So I'm just, you know, I'm doing this just to kind of make the nose extra snatched. So I was really skeptic about trying this one, but the lady in Sephora, when I bought it, I'm gonna put a little bit more, just a teeny bit more. And then I also really like to go here because I feel like around your nose, if you have redness or a little bit of shadow, this will really open up your face. And then I have a bit of redness on my chin, which is very, very typical for hormonal women. A little bit more here because don't want any redness around there. So what was I saying? The lady at Sephora told me that she really liked it. And I was like, okay, let's listen to her. Because sometimes, you know, when you listen to someone at Sephora, you know, they don't always give you the best recommendations. If you live in the US, like the good thing about living in the US is that you can buy a product, take it home, not like it, and then return it. But when you're a visitor from Israel, like me, like you're not gonna do that. Like you go, you buy, you don't even open it until you get back home to Israel, you know what I mean? Throw it in your suitcase. So I am always very kind of skeptical. It's funny because I'm forgetting like words in English and I'm forgetting words in Hebrew. But sometimes I get a little bit, I think you say skeptical, right? For like to listen to these recommendations. But here, this specific salesperson said to me, yeah, I've tried the other Fenty concealer as well, and I didn't like it also, but this one is like really good. So I was like, okay, if she agrees with me on the other concealer, then maybe she'll agree with me on this. And she was right, because I do really like it. It's really good. I want to just quickly mention that I take out these earrings, as you can see. It's red because I slept on a big earring and whatever, don't ask questions. But I take out these big ones because these are diamonds, and when I go all the way back in here with the contour and the foundation and everything, I hate when my diamonds are like not sparkly because they have makeup on them. So I've started to remove them at night when I go to sleep, and then I put on my makeup without them, and then I put them on after, and then they're nice and blingy. Again, I know this is gonna look like a lot for some people. They're gonna be like, this is your everyday makeup. I will say, it's not like my everyday makeup is no makeup. You know what I mean? Like, there are days where I don't wear makeup. This, by the way, is the Tarte blush tape in the shade Double Duty Beauty. Is that it? No, it's in the shade pink. And I really love the product, like the formulation. I hate the packaging. So I'm probably never gonna buy it again just because the packaging is so bad. You see, it's not even a blush. Like, I'm gonna put blush on top, but it just gives a little bit of like that pinky glow on your cheek. What I'm doing today is like my go-to everyday makeup when I need to be wearing makeup and I need to look presentable. So this could be for when I'm doing a podcast, I do this makeup, or today, for example, I'm going to meet American influencers who are coming to Israel. So I need the makeup to like, you know, look good. Or if I'm gonna be, you know, filming a video or interviewing or whatever, or, you know, speaking engagement, this is like the go-to makeup. That's what I mean. So after I've done that, my skin is super wet and dewy right now, which I love, but it can't stay that way. So I take a combination. I take I love these Pat McGrath powders. They're so good. They're super expensive. I literally have like 10 in my drawer all the time that I stock up on because they're so hard to find even in Europe. So whenever I'm in America, I like buy as many as I can. This one is called Baby Pink. This one is called White. I first take the baby pink one. Again, you don't have to be extra like me and have 2 different shades. Like, you can just take the light. The light is translucent, but I like to be a little bit extra, so I do take the baby pink one, and I just set under my eyes with the baby pink. I should also mention that baby pink will not look good on everyone under their eyes. So if you're a Mizrahi Jew and not Ashkenazi like me, then you probably don't want to do the pink. I don't know, like, depends. You know your skin, you know if pink will look good on you. but it is so beautiful in setting under the eyes. But it's so subtle. Like the baby pink is so subtle. I could do it with just the light also. But I take the light now and then I just kind of set the rest of my face with it. I don't go overboard with the powder, and I mostly, you know, go over the center of my skin because I'm gonna be putting on bronzer and blush, which also is a powder product and also, you know, sets your skin. So you don't have to go overboard, but I am gonna go on the nose because I wanna get rid of that shine a bit on the nose. Okay, so now I am going to take bronzers, blushes, whatever, keep going. For me, like I just kind of go like this and I take a combination of the both. One is more bronzy, one is more contoury, but for me, on my skin, I just find that like the combination of both just works so well because I bronze and I contour at the same time. And basically what I'm doing is just very gently going over what I already did, not too much. You just want to make sure that it's all set. That's what makes your makeup really last long. Like, again, this might look really extra. You don't have to do this every day. You could just go in with just a powder or just a liquid. But if you really want that makeup to last and to just look flawless, I think the combination of the two really is the best. For my brows, I really love using the Taupe Brow Powder Duo by Anastasia. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fill my brows really quick because this is a very boring part to watch somebody do. And I should just say, like, as I am doing this and then the second before I cut and come back to you with perfectly done brows, is my brows are not gonna be perfectly done because brows, you know, people say they're sisters, not twins, because they're never going to be exactly the same. So if you know, get really frustrated about why your brows don't look exactly the same, it's because it's, you know, pretty much impossible to get them that way. For me, it's like even more though, because this brow gets really high now. Because I'm pregnant, I can't do Botox. And I do use Botox to even out the height of my brows because one of them, this one, has a tendency to just like go up really high. Like it's something to do with the way the muscle structure, I guess, works on my brow. So when I get Botox, I always ask my Botox guy, can you lower this brow a bit? Or like, you know, make it stop going up every time I'm surprised or talking. So I'm back with the brows the best I could do. And, you know, no judging here because again, they're not perfect, but whatever, I think it looks okay. I'm taking the brow gel by Refi, or Refi. To this day, I don't know how you're supposed to say it. And it's funny because this is like one of those products that I hated the first time I tried it. And slowly it grew on me and now it's like my go-to. I have like a million. Now that like everything is ready, I'm ready for the eyes. I think personally that if you invest a lot of your time in the skin, you can get away with a lot less on your eyes because I really do think that the secret to beautiful makeup is beautiful skin. So first of all, like, you know, you got to take it a step back and like your skincare's got to be really good, but just take your time and invest in your face and your skin and like all the rest will follow. So again, if I wanted this to be really, really, really long lasting, I would put on an, you know, an eye primer now. But in Hebrew we say, lo tzarich lisachef, like we don't have to take this overboard. So I'm just gonna go in with eyeshadows now. And I'm going to be using this palette. I kind of always mix up what eyeshadows I'm using that day. But I do really like these Makeup by Mario palettes. This is the Master Mattes. I didn't say what it's called on this one, but this is the warmer shades. They have a cooler shades one that looks almost the same. It's just more grays. And that one, the pigmentation and formulation is not as good. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. This one's a bit better. There are better Makeup by Mario palettes though, I will say. But basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start with like a, you know, a classic kind of transition shade. Tap off the excess. I'm just gonna run this through like starting from like the corner of my eye into the crease and just very, very softly start building definition in my eye shape. So again, this is not gonna be a detailed tutorial on how to do an eye look or how to, you know, contour your eyes or whatever, because if you guys are interested in those kind of videos, we can go into them too. But today is just kind of a video to show you like how I do my own. So don't ask questions about why I did that and why I did that. This is just how I do it. But I just keep, you know, going back in and darkening it and deepening it depending on kind of how dramatic I want my eye look to be today. You know, a lot of people are gonna watch this. If this is like your first time ever watching like a full out YouTube tutorial, you're gonna be like, you can barely see that, Ashley. I know, this is a transition shade. This is a shade that you put on to help you after blend out, you know, the darker shades with the lighter shades, and basically just to get like a sketch of where your eye is and where you want it to be. And so that's why I'm not, you know, as you can see, I'm not even thinking about it so much. I'm just like going in and just like rubbing it around, and it's just giving me that shadow here so I can see more or less what's going on. So I can already see. Now, there is a little bit of a lighting difference in my room. As you can see, I have more light here because I have a window on that side. So if I do that, there you go. If I kind of shade that, then you'll see it a little bit better here. But that's because of the lighting of the room. So if at the end of this video, it looks like I have more makeup on this side than I do on this side, it's just because the window is kind of washing it out a little. In real life, it looks good. I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller brush now, and I'm going to go in with a bit of a deeper, kind of same idea of tone, but a little bit deeper. And I'm going to start building in the corner on top. So, but instead of like, you know, brushing it all over, now is where I'm going to want to start to really, you know, define that crease and stay exactly where I want to be. And that's why I changed to this brush, which is called the Big Tipper, and it is tipped more. That's why I called it the Big Tipper, because it's big. I have a little tipper too, but it has a tip. So you can really stay in that crease, which is where you're going to want to stay when you're defining your eyes. This brush is perfect for that. If you have the opportunity to buy it, especially now during the Black Friday sale, I really, really recommend it. I think this is probably the best brush I've ever made. And also, I mean, it's really hard to choose. As you can tell, in this palette, there are no shimmery shades. And I really like to, you know, put in a shimmery shade on my eyelid. So I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to keep building the corner a bit. But I'm going to be using this, which is about to fall out. It's from Bobbi Brown. It's really old. I love it. It's called the Luxe Eyeshadow Rich Metal Melting Point. So I just kind of pop that on there. I'm going to take a slanted kind of small little brush. This one's called the Chopper. Should I do brown or black? Maybe a combination, brown and black. And I'm just going to put it right here on the outer edges of my eyes, close to my lashes, because I want to give definition, but I don't want to do like a full out eyeliner today. So I just stamp this on the corner. I want the edges to be just a little bit more dramatic and a little bit more defined. So I'm taking this brush, it's called the Sharpened Crease, and it has a little tip to it too. It's just super, super small. And I'm gonna go in with like a darker brown. So maybe this one. And I'm just gonna start building from that lash line into the crease, just to keep darkening. You see how it darkens it and makes it a little bit more dramatic. So you'll probably see this side a little bit better, again, the non-window side. Now, if you want it even more dramatic, you can go in now with like darker shades and, you know, keep building, but I don't want it to get too dramatic. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more just to show you what I mean, but I feel like this is good for me today. Once I'm done with that, I'm going back to my big fluffy brush from the beginning, and I'm just kind of going over the edges to make sure everything is blended nicely. No harsh lines. All right, so I'm gonna go in with mascara. Now, I used to curl my lashes every single day since I was 14. Even when I was in the army and I wasn't allowed to wear any makeup, there were two things that I always did every morning, no matter what, is I would curl my lashes, and I would wear the MAC Studio Fix powder, which is a powder but does have coverage. It's like a, you know, a powder foundation. I had a lot of acne in the army, so I was very self-conscious about it. Ever since I created my own mascara, which is a lifting, curling, lengthening, and volumizing mascara. So it does absolutely everything, and it's super, super black, and I love it. Ever since I created this, I was like, I don't need to curl my lashes anymore. And so I prefer to not curl my lashes, obviously, because curling your lashes can damage them, and it does damage them. But I've also found, in addition to it, that like a product that even, you know, further amplifies any mascara, but it works really well with my mascara, is the Tarte Opening Act Lash Primer. You guys probably remember lash primers from like the 90s. They used to not do anything. They used to just make your eye, you know, your mascara chunky. Today, there's really good ones, like L'Oreal, Paradise has a good one too. So there's a bunch. I just really like this one. I don't know, I can't tell you why specifically this one works really well with my mascara. This gives like a really good lift, and then my mascara on top like lifts it even more. And so when I use the two, I just don't curl my lashes, and it just looks so good in my opinion. The secret with these lash primers though is that you really need to let them dry before you go on with the mascara. So that's why I do it now, and then I'm gonna, you know, do other things in the meantime, and we'll come back to the mascara. Like, I really wonder as I sit here and film this, if you're enjoying this video, if people are even clicking to watch it because it's in English, like, or if this is even showing up on people's feed because it's in English. So I'm really curious to see what happens. This is a moment in the video where I would like to remind you, if you haven't left a comment, this would probably be a good time. Just pause the video, go down to the comment section, press like, and write to me like that you like it, that you enjoyed it, that you don't mind it in English, that you're Israeli and watching me in English actually is good for you because it helps you practice your English, whatever it is. I would love to get your feedback. So again, I'm just kind of playing around now. We're gonna see what happens. I'm not making any promises. This might not turn into like, you know, an official thing, but we're gonna see. Okay, so as I let the lash primer dry, I'm now gonna go in with the blush. I am taking a combination of two blushes from my palette, and I'm just gonna pop this on top. Monaco has a gold shift to it, so it gives it even more, as you can see, of a glow. My lips are so dry and crackly, and I threw out my lip scrub. I could make a new one with sugar and olive oil, but I'm not gonna be bothered at this moment. So I'm just gonna put on my lips like this. I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shaper, and this is in the color Puffy Nude. And I love these lip pencils, first of all, because you don't have to sharpen them, which is a bonus. They do have like a plumping effect to it. I don't know if they actually plump, but they do tingle on your lips, so not everybody likes that. But this shade I really like, and the formulation is very long lasting, so and very easy to apply. So I've been using these for the past year, and I really like them. I will never get lip injections, not because I judge people who do, because I have seen certain times where it looks really natural and good. Not always, but sometimes. But I will never get them because I'm just so afraid. Like, I'm way too scared. So I will never get them done. So that's why I always just kind of use a pencil and I go overboard a little bit and I exaggerate. Now I'm gonna just take a gloss. This is the Fenty Beauty Heat in the shade Fussy Heat. Fenty's glosses are so, so good. They're probably my top 3 glosses of all time. They're really good. Not everything I use is high-end though, just so you know. In my top 3, is also the Maybelline, what are they called? Lifter glosses. Probably the same as Fenty. I wouldn't say better or worse. Like, so I'm not, I know I used a lot of like Sephora kind of high-ender, you know, more high-end products today, but I love drugstore products too. It just kind of happened to work out that way in this video. So I'm going in now with the mascara. This mascara, now I'm realizing, has really done its role. It is done. I need to throw it out and open a new one. There's not a lot of products on my brush, so let's just build here a bit. I love the look of separated lashes. I don't like when they're chunky and clumpy and spidery, so I tend to take my time to really separate them. Like, look how amazing that looks. Oh my God, they're so lifted. They almost look like false lashes because they're so lifted and long. And what a difference mascara makes. For the bottom lashes, sometimes I will run a eyeshadow on the lower lash line and I'll put on a mascara. Today I don't feel like it. I just kind of want to keep everything under there clean so my eyes are just like wide awake. Again, I'm pregnant, I'm tired. You can see on me by the evening that I get tired. And because I gotta go out tonight until night with these influencers, and I say that as like, I gotta go out. I mean, I'm excited to meet them, but because I am going out tonight and I know that I won't get back home till really late, I'll probably be tired. And so I don't wanna add anything to my eyes that can make them look, you know, more droopy, more tired. So I'm gonna skip bottom lash. Okay, great, Ashley, that's wonderful. I just got myself dirty. Okay, I guess that's a good way to tell you that if you do get yourself dirty from mascara, don't try to clean it up right now because it's wet and it will smudge all over you. So let the mascara completely dry and then go in with a spoolie and it'll just flake away without ruining the makeup. Okay, so I put in my bling. I took out the headband because I like to have my hair out of my face when I do my makeup. I'm gonna have to just go like brush it and do something with it now, but in the meantime, this obviously, where is it? This dried. So I'm gonna just take the spoolie and I'm just gonna, ow. Why is that hurting so much? Because my spoolie has something on the end of it. Like, oh my God, it has lash glue. So that's hurting, man. So we're gonna forget the spoolie because that is not fun. There we go. I just used my finger and I took it off. This was so much fun for me to do, really, honestly, truly. I just hope this video like helped someone. Like I hope someone watched this video and either said, I learned something new about makeup, or this video just made me feel good. Like I just enjoyed escaping world and, you know, looking at makeup and talking about the most pointless, meaningless things in life that make us feel good. You know what I mean? I really hope you leave this video with the same happy energy that I am leaving with it. So I love you all and hopefully we will meet again in the next video. Bye!